Welcome back. So today I decided to do something of a show that I've been watching for a couple years that people have only just gotten onto. So, seeing as the challenge Double Agents is coming to the final two episodes, I thought I would do a wrap. Well, I wouldn't say a wrap up, but I am looking at the finalists and I like to, let's see, break them down, and just see how each of them have fared throughout the whole season. So I'm gonna go and start with the double agents of the last week into the finals, Corey and Cam. So Corey, well, let's start with Cam first. Killer K, Killer Cam, who's been there for probably about 3 seasons now, 3 to 5 seasons. Um, Coming strong. She came in as a super rookie. She won multiple eliminations on her first year. So she has done very, very well for herself. This is going to be her first ever final that she's been in, and she gets to run it with her boyfriend Leroy. Um, but yeah, she has been very interesting this season. She has controlled the pace of everything. She has pretty much controlled the house when it comes to voting, strategy, who to go in, what to do. So she has been very impressive. So hopefully this year it's gonna be a sort of good competition because obviously her and Leroy in real life are together. They are going to be moving. They've already moved in with each other if you follow them on Instagram and everything like that. But just saying, it is a very interesting one. Corey, her partner Corey Curse. Corey sent home 6 girls this year, just because they were his partners. How does someone send home 6 girls just because they're his partners? It is absolutely outstanding. The Corey curse seems like he's been broken with Cam. Safe, he's finally in the final once again since the last time he was in the final with his cousin in Battle of the Bloodlines. So hopefully this year Corey is able to win it with Cam and he'll be able to provide for his 3 kids that he has outside of the world. Obviously, with that, what happened in previous seasons where Nelson took the bullet in the fight in the elimination before the final and went down for Corey. So hopefully Corey can actually pull it off this year and win the finals, which will be good for him and it will be great for everyone else that he's related to. The next group, I'm gonna leave a particular group till last because there's something I want to talk about. One of the players that actually might ruffle a bit of feathers. So, Leroy and Nani. Leroy and Nani have been in it for probably be about 10 years, 10 to 9 years. They've been in the challenge. Leroy's first ever season, he was that super rookie because he got to the finals. It is just unfortunate that he wasn't able to complete the finals because his partner was sick and they just couldn't carry on. So he had to drop out of that final. But he's been back multiple times since and he has always been eliminated either a couple weeks before the finals or he's just not been able to cut up to par and stay there for as long. From what Leroy has been saying, that this is his final season, so it is sort of upsetting to see him leave. He is a regular, he is an OG for 10 years, he has been there for so long. It is quite upsetting to see him final season, but he seems that he's happy with his decision. He has made his choice and I do hope that he does win the final. If he does win the final, he will be winning it with his best friend Nani, who he has met since Real World Las Vegas. It is a bittersweet because Nani has been on this season, she has been there for 10 years again with Leroy, and she has been like Anissa. She has always got into that final part. She's always got into that final part of the season, that final challenge, that final elimination, and she always just happens to get knocked out just before the final happens and she never makes it. This year she is there. This year, she has the chance to prove everyone wrong, that she can win this final and she can just be happy and finally call herself a challenge champion. It is something that she has been looking after, something that she has wanted for a very, very long time. And hopefully this time we'll be able to see her put her dreams to the test and put it to fruition and actually get what she wants. I'll be very happy that if Nani actually wins it, because she has been dying for this for a very, very long time. Now, the next group is definitely an OG and a very, very interesting rookie. CT and Amber B. Just looking at it, you could tell that the Big Brother Alliance has done well for her. Amber B has made it from Darrell, a 4-time champion, back-to-back champion, to CT, a 2-time champion that's been on the challenge for 19 seasons. 19 to 18 seasons. That's a lot of seasons. That is a lot of challenges. That is a lot of experience to have on her back. Well, to have her back in a final. Who he's not going to give up. He's not going to quit. He's great at puzzles. He has a lot of strength. And to be honest, he'll probably motivate her to keep going and keep going. Because there are people in this challenge that are just think that they're just the best. And they're really not. It's actually quite interesting. So I expect CT and Amber B to put up a good fight against all the other groups. Amber B, yes, she's a rookie, but because of if there's math challenges, she has CT that will be able to complete those for her. As you saw in the last challenge, she did not complete the first checkpoint when it comes to maths. So hopefully that doesn't put them behind. But this does seem like it's going to be a very interesting final challenge. To see who wins this $1 million. CT now, the OG, Mr. 19 to 18 seasons. He has done absolutely everything that he can. He has got into the finals beautifully. He didn't have to do anything for the final challenge, elimination. He just had to sit back, watch, and see whose partner was going to be come the finals. Now, we're going to move on to our final 2 competitors. There was something in the last episode that if you watched it, you would have seen that Fessy picked Casey. It feels like they had planned this, that Fessy was going to go down, Fessy was going to pick Casey, and Casey and Fessy were going to run the finals together. It feels like they had that planned all season long, and they've got what they wanted. So let's see what happens, because there's a Fessy. Well, let's go with Casey first, because Fessy, I have a lot to talk about. Casey, she is very athletic. She's very smart. She's very driven, and she doesn't know when to give up. She actually keeps moving. She doesn't stop. Casey is probably one of the 2 girls there that I feel that will probably win this season. I feel it's out of Casey and Cam. So if you're paired up with either one, it's always down to the male counterpart to pull his own weight to win that finals. That's just how I see it, and that's how it's always going to be. So Casey, I don't have any worries about Casey. I feel like Casey's going to continue to drive and push and do what she has to do to win. Now, let's talk about Fessy. Let's have a nice chat about the big man Fessy, or he wants to be the macho man Fessy. Fessy's a bitch. I feel that Fessy is probably the biggest bitch in challenge history. He's worse than Rogan. Fessy talks about being this Div 1 athlete, this absolute beast of a player. But Fessy, let's be real. Fessy backstabbed Nelson and Corey. He knew that he was going down for elimination when he saw it was Hall Brawl. He went down. He didn't care about his friendships. He took out Nelson, kicked Nelson out. All right, it's part of the game, but give a bit of warning. Took out Nelson. Had the chance to go up against Joseph, probably the shittest opponent that you could have had this season on the challenge. The guy licked mustard before the elimination round. which I didn't really understand. So Cal got his gold score through that. Fessy didn't want to go down, which he knew it was physical, but refused to go down, which, bear in mind, I don't understand why that was a case, why that was an issue. But yeah, Fessy just seemed like a bitch to me. He kept talking about these girls are not great enough, these girls are not... Fessy is probably the worst person to play with. Fessy is probably the worst partner to be with, because Fessy doesn't know how to work with other people. For someone that played American football at Div 1 college, he's not really much of a team player. So again, I don't have much faith. I want to see Fessy lose. He probably will do good, but again, the last final that he was in, Fessy gassed out. So all this big talk of him being the big honcho, the big this, big that, bro, just remember what you did last time. If you can't actually win this season, then you can't really talk much, because you have nothing to show for it. You didn't go into finals, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you weren't so great, and it was pretty embarrassing. So we have 2 episodes of the challenge left. One episode is day 1 of the finals, where one team will get kicked out, and then day 2 is where we see the final winner. So let's see. It's going to be a very interesting ending, and I am very much looking forward to it. Thank you all, and hope you enjoyed the challenge. And thank you. Welcome aboard to the family. The challenge is in a great show. If you can go back to watch previous seasons, go watch it. Trust me, you're missing out on a lot. But again, thank you all, and stay safe.